Are you one of those people that really want a night sky but you don't want to pay my prices? Or are you just a do-it-yourselfer? Alright, if this is you and you're looking on the internet for information on how to paint a night sky on your ceiling, stop. Because there's a lot of bad information out there. What I'm going to show you in this video, or basically talk to you about, are some things you need to avoid and some things that you want to do. And then if you guys want and I get enough requests for it, I'll actually make a video and show you how to do a basic night sky. Alright? So stick with me, and hopefully it'll save you a lot of grief. One thing I've seen when I've cruised around the internet is that there are a lot of people telling people how to paint a night sky mural. And going over some of those instructions, they are so bad that I decided to just give some basic instructions for people that want to just do it themselves. All right, so I really haven't seen very many good ideas, and it's funny how people will say, oh, this is the easiest thing to do, just do this and this and this. Okay, it's bogus. They're trying to sell you paint, or they're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do. They don't like the prices that people like me, well, actually I'm probably one of the highest priced mural painters for the night sky. But even the really inexpensive painters, they'll charge a couple $100s a room, and these people are freaking out. Oh, it's crazy. Even for a couple $100, what those other painters are doing is probably worth that. It's totally different from what I paint, but it's still going to be worth a couple $100. And these other people, no, don't pay that, just do it yourself. And the instructions they're given are horrible. And I've seen some other ones where they'll give some basic instructions just to get you to click over there because they have a bunch of ads on the page. So they're not even really, they don't even care. They just made up something because, people are looking for night sky, how to paint the night sky. Anyways, I can talk or not talk and make this longer, but I won't. All right, so you want to paint your own mural. These are very basic instructions, okay? So it's gonna be much better than the sticker stars. It might even be as good as some of those other people that charge a couple $100s for a room. But it's nice when they do it because you pick up a phone, they come out and paint, and you don't have to do anything. With this, you're going to need some ibuprofen to go with it because you're going to be painting on the ceiling and it hurts your neck. All right. Here's the deal. First of all, find some constellations. Go on the internet, Google some of your favorite constellations. Don't go with an accurate night sky. It doesn't really matter, I promise you. If you get 4 or 5 constellations up on your ceiling and then you put in some smaller stars, it's going to look cool. And one time maybe, if you paint an accurate night sky, it might be once or twice you go, oh, look, this is the night sky that was out on my birthday. Who cares? Because you're only going to recognize maybe one constellation, the other one some obscure constellation that you haven't ever seen. So some popular ones are Big Dipper, Little Dipper, Leo, Cassiopeia, Orion. Go for something like that, or go to a southern hemisphere, go night sky, get some constellations from there. Whatever it is, look on the internet, find some that look cool and probably easy. Go with some of the easier ones, and print those out. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look at them and just kind of paint it on your ceiling. All right. So if you have a 10 by 10 room, you're probably going to want to stick with around 4 constellations. Don't overload your mural with constellations. Just trust me. If it's a 12 by 12, you know, 4 to 5 constellations, maybe 6 if you have some that are smaller and some bigger. And if you get bigger than that, just know that you don't want to have them just crammed together. All right. And what you might want to do is, if you're picking, you know, constellations that are out in your night sky at the time you're watching this, go outside. If you see the Big Dipper, hold your hand up. I don't know how high this video goes, but like I'll see the Big Dipper up there, and I'll hold it out at my, you know, arm's length, and I'll put this at one end of the dipper, and then this at the handle, and kind of see how big the dipper is on there. So then when I'm painting, I get on the bed or on the floor, and I'll hold my hand up on the ceiling and go, okay, there's where it starts, and there's the other end. So then you kind of get it accurate. All right. Okay, so paint the constellations first. Get those up there, kind of lay them out. Lay on your, okay, here's something. Lay down on your bed first, where your bed's going to be if you've moved it around. Lay down on your bed and look up and say, you know what, I want the Big and Little Dipper here. Always put the Big and Little Dipper together if you're going to do that, because those just go together. So, okay, I want those there. I want Cassiopeia here. I want Leo here and Orion back here. Whatever, kind of in your mind, just lay it out, and then maybe even take some blue tape right on there and put them in the different spots. Okay, that's a simple way to do it. And then, because when you're laying down, it looks cool, but then you get up and move around, you go, now where was that? So just get some blue tape, go put it up there, lay back down. Okay, I want that here, write it down, boom, boom. Okay. All right. The Constellation of Stars. This is not what I do, but an easy way for you to do it is make them about the size of a dime. You want those bigger than the other stars you're going to put in later. So it's not going to look too cartoonish if you make them about the size of a dime. I try to go smaller, but I have some other techniques to make them brighter. Don't worry about that. You're just going with a cool basic sky. So make them about the size of a dime. And they'll stand out, and they're going to look cool. Now, once those are up, once the constellations are up, now this is the money right here. You're going to put the smaller background stars in that are going to make your mural pop and make it look 3D, hopefully. So what you want to do is take a small little hobby paintbrush, okay, and you're not going to use the bristle end. Don't do that, because your star is going to come out goofy. What you're going to do is turn it around, cut those bristles off so you're not even tempted. Then dip the wrong end. Again, you don't want a handle that's huge and fat. Get a small one. Dip the wrong end in, the non-bristle end, and then start touching the ceiling, and that's going to make your stars. Try to get about 3 stars out of each time you dip. 2 to 3 stars. Now, spacing. What did I think? What did I write? Okay. Let's say you have a 10 by 10 room. All right. You're going to want to put between 3 and 5 stars in per square foot. Don't overload it. You're not a pro, and you're going to screw it up. So you may not, but the other people will that are watching this. Okay. Don't go crazy. You're just going to go for a cool night sky. You don't want to kill yourself doing this. You don't want to have neck problems for a month. 3 stars, maybe 5 stars per square foot. And do not space them evenly. And no matter how hard you try to not space them evenly, this is one of the hardest things for you to do. So you want to kind of have a couple stars together here, and then another one here, another 2 here, whatever. And then maybe in the next foot, have a couple close by, and then move them around. You want to space them. You want to have some clumps. And also don't be afraid of dead space or blank space where there's nothing. Those are your friends. When the lights are off and you have stars up here, it's going to look awesome. So 3 to 5 stars per foot. And one foot you could have 6, and the next one have 4. Just play around, don't go crazy, and just have fun, all right? Don't overload it, and don't be afraid of having empty spaces. Now, so what are you going to do? Okay, now these stars, you want to be about 1/4 of the size of your constellation stars. Not a size of 1/4, but 1/4 size, 1/4. So what are you going to do? Is dip it in the paint, tap, 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 dip it, tap, 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 or touch, 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 whatever. And what that's going to do also is give you, your stars going to be a little bit different sizes too. So that's going to be cool. Don't go crazy. Don't space them evenly. Gosh, I went through this already. Again, you don't want every inch covered with stars. All right, go basic because it's going to be awesome. All right, so now every once in a while you're going to paint for a while, la, 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 and then you're going to stop. You're going to get down, turn out the, well, you're going to probably have the lights off. This is something else. What I would suggest doing is blacking out the room. You're going to have your paint, charge that up with a black light, turn the black light off, and then you're going to paint because you need to see where the paint's going. And if the room is lit, you can't really see because you're using glow-in-the-dark paint. And then if you paint in the light, you're going to put too much paint on because you want to see it. So paint in the dark, then you get a good representation. So you paint a while, and then you lay down in the bed, charge up the paint with your black light, lay down, and just look at it. Say, oh, cool. Okay, constellations, and then, oh, here's where these smaller stars are starting to go. That looks great. Oh, right here, you know what? I could maybe use another couple there. So paint for a while, get down, look, go up, correct anything that needs to be corrected, but don't go crazy, please. And then, all right, so then when you finish the whole room, do it again. Lay back down and charge up the paint. You know, put the black light down on the bed, charge it up for 5 minutes, lay down. Don't go out in the other room where there's a lot of light, because if you come back in, your eyes are going to be closed up and then you're not going to see what's up there. So stay in the dark, put the black light on. The black light's not going to mess with your eyes. And then lay down, look up there, and just do one last scan of the night sky and go, okay, we'll put a couple there, whatever. So, all right. And then you've got it. I think, let me see what I wrote. Yeah, so that's it. Stop when it looks good. Don't try to make it better, because what's going to happen is you're going to fix one spot. You're going to have so many stars in that spot. You're going to have to continue it throughout the mural, or you're going to have to go get some paint that's a ceiling color paint and paint over some of those. So if it looks good, have someone else come in and look at it. And once you're there, don't touch it again. It's going to be cool. Okay, so paint. Paint is pretty much available anywhere on the internet. It's all over the place, and most places are using the new good paint that's out there. The only difference is that the consistency of the medium that they mix it in. Some of it's really runny. You don't want that. You want something that's thicker. But I think some places have that. You can look around. Don't get the old sulfur-based paint that's yellow-green. You don't want that. You want it come in an aqua color, blue-green, aqua, whatever. Blue if you want to, but blue isn't quite as bright as the aqua. If you want to, I will still paint to people, and it's very thick, so it's easy to use, and it's perfect for the murals. You can also, if you want it thinner, you can add some water. Okay, so contact me if you want it. Otherwise, there's plenty of places to find some. And then, yeah, it's gonna be fun. And you may want to practice on it. Get a piece of paper and practice first your constellations. All right. And for those, you can either use that paintbrush, you know, when I talked to you about, not the bristle end, but the other, dip it in, then kind of swirl it around, dip it, you know, get a lot of paint on there, dip it and swirl it around, make it bigger, about the size of a dime, or get a stencil dauber thing. You can dip that in there and touch the ceiling. You can do that also. And if all of this sounds too hard, it really shouldn't be, but then again, I do it every day. But if it does seem a little difficult and you want something that's super easy, I do have a do-it-yourself stencil guide, stencil kit. It's a guide that will allow you to paint an amazing mural the first time. And it comes with paint, comes with tools. You know, it's a couple $100. If you've got it, this is a great way to do it. If you don't have a couple $100, I think it's $235 and free shipping. If you don't have that, the instructions I just gave you are gonna have you painting a really cool mural if you just take your time, don't rush it, and have fun. Just have fun with it. And then when you're done, you're gonna be turning out the lights, crawling under the covers, and sleeping under a night sky. That's awesome. No mosquitoes buzzing around and biting you, no bears, no wolves. It's awesome. So I hope this helps. Let me know let me know in the comments if you need more information about something. I'll try to answer that. Visit my website at nightsskymurals.com. Sometimes you can find some information there. You can find some here on YouTube. If you're on the YouTube channel, I go into lighting. You can find out how to charge up the paint. There's some different things you might be able to get some information from. So anyways, I hope it helps. Let me know how it turns out. If you paint it, I'd love to hear. If you need more questions, I haven't covered something, let me know and I'll try to answer them for you. Otherwise, have fun and hope to hear from you.